Yes, gents. So today is all about sort of your environment, okay, and creating like sort of the best environment so we can to sort of for you to get results. Like obviously that's like the physical environment in terms of sort of perhaps our home and like where we work and different things like that. But obviously like sort of then in terms of like the mental one as well, in terms of perhaps like the sort of the people we surround ourselves with, the conversations we have. And because we're a product of our environment, okay? It's all to do with influence, okay? That's the sort of the people you surround yourself with, the circles you're in. Again, you just sort of like it's like passive smoking, okay? You like sort of pass the habits, the thoughts, and the behaviors back and forth, and you sort of like you will be a product, or like you sort of you will get the average of the 5 people you spend most time with, like whatever that area of life is, okay? So like as I said, like so if you hang around 5 smokers, you'll be the 6. Okay, if you hang around sort of 5 overweight people, you'll be the 6. Okay, and that's what happens. Okay, because you do what they do. Okay, that's what like sort of their behaviors and stuff, and sort of like you go with that. So then like obviously that can like depending on your environment, it can pull you back or it can lift you up. Okay, so that's why the sort of the environment is such a sort of big factor that how sort of you influence and get results. Okay, so first of all, look at your physical environment in terms of perhaps your where you train sort of thing, or at home, or like your kitchen, different things like that, because that's sort of again how sort of Again, how it sets up the sort of how easy it is to get stuff done, or if there's obstacles in place, whatever, if it's conducive to sort of getting results, okay? Let's look at the kitchen, okay? If your kitchen is full of sort of, chocolate, crisps, sweets, biscuits, like all different like leftover takeaways, all that different stuff, and that's all in like the front of sort of eye view as well, that's just right in your face, then that's going to be so hard. Then it's going to be like you have to use so much willpower to sort of like just try and say no to that, and have some like try and get some fruit that's sort of buried behind everything, okay? And it's a constant battle that you're not going to win. Because like sort of like obviously the batteries get down, and later in the day you're just going to end up in your kitchen just like, oh man, just grabbing stuff, and the first thing that's in your face is a pack of crisps, is like sort of a chocolate bar, okay? Same with your fridge. You open the fridge door and like all you've got is just sort of like shit in there that you can just grab and just start eating, whatever, okay? Rather than sort of perhaps like the fruits, the veg, or perhaps like prepped stuff, or meals that sort of you should be eating, or healthier meals, whatever. Okay, so this is what you need to address first. If this is sort of your setup and you want to sort of improve, you want to improve your nutrition, then you need to sort of like put these out of sight. Okay, whether that's putting them in the bin, or whether that's just putting them in the cupboards, putting them in the back of the cupboards, putting them in a sort of like hide them away, put them in like in the cupboard, like on the bottom. Okay, so make it hard to get there, and put the sort of the things you want to eat in front of you, in your face. Okay, swapping them around, creating an environment. Okay, so when you walk into the kitchen, there's a fruit bowl. You open the fridge door. Okay, there's there's fruit there in front of you, and sort of the salads and the veg, and then there's sort of like meals that perhaps already cooked or something. Or if you grab stuff, it's just it's sort of decent. You've like sort of removed like the beers and stuff from the fridge, or you put them towards the back. Okay, behind stuff. So it's so you have to sort of you make it harder to get to them. Okay, and the things like this is how you create that environment. So it becomes easy then, because you walk in the kitchen. You're gonna grab an apple, or you grab a banana, okay? Like, so instead of just, I don't know, grabbing a fucking pizza slice from a Domino's, whatever, okay, that's left over, or another Mars bar, whatever, okay? And just again, you use less energy. It's more conducive. It's just sort of, this is easier, okay, to do stuff. Again, say with perhaps when you open that fridge, different things like that. Perhaps just with your training at home, okay, if it's like you've got to get all this stuff out, set up this place, move stuff around, that just makes it so hard. Okay, it's a lot of effort each time, and what it allows your mind to sort of go to work and just like, that's going to take 20 minutes to do, when it takes like 30 seconds, but it's just another perceived obstacle, okay, that's going to make it harder for you to do, and you have to take more energy and more willpower to do it. So when it comes to perhaps training at home, have a sort of like, try and get a nice setup if you can, have some space, and just leave your stuff out if you can as well. So it's just, it takes minimal amount to get it done. So it's just there, and it's easy to just get into a workout, okay, or you know what sort of training you're doing, so it's easy just to crack on with it and to get it done. You reducing these obstacles and making a nice environment to sort of that's just like a product of it, okay. But then, like, so the biggest one is the people you hang around, okay? That's sort of the conversations you have, the family, friends, people you like sort of talk to on social media or whatever, okay? Because, like I said, you're a product of that. And so, like, wherever you're at, okay, depending on sort of like family and friends, sometimes they do support you, which is awesome. If they do, obviously that's amazing. But sometimes they don't, okay? Like sometimes it's just if they've got their own views, or perhaps so you're still friends with people sort of from like 10 years ago, from uni or high school, and you want different things now. Okay, you want to sort of work on it, but you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to be going out all the time, you don't want to sort of do this, you don't want to sort of just be sat around all day, you want to be training, and perhaps they're not into it, okay? And that's the big thing, and just like, how do I sort of, well, like, sort of, all you got to do is sort of, like, it's not necessarily dumping them or like getting rid of them. Again, you just need to have sort of like, start having conversations into new circles, okay? This is the big thing, start reaching out and getting around people who are where you want to be, and perhaps like a little bit further ahead as well, okay? So then it becomes, you start to surround yourself with that new thing, that change in your environment. So you reach out to sort of perhaps your friends on sort of like social media who are sort of into training, or people on your news feed, or you reach out to like people like myself and have like conversations with us, or like coaches and stuff, whatever. And you speak to them, or you just sort of get in part of a group. You join sort of like Facebook groups, like a sort of ours. We have the Gain Squad. If you want a link, just drop me a message and I'll send you that. And we're getting this group of like sort of like 400 or 500 guys. Again, just be in that sort of that environment, okay? You be in that community. And this is what you got to sort of understand and get part of. Get around sort of more people who are where you want to be and doing the stuff you want to do. So it's going to rise you up, okay? And it's just going to make you think differently. It's going to raise your standards and change your behaviors, change your actions, change your beliefs. Because, like I said, you are a product of your environment. So you've got to look at sort of what environment are you in now? Are you sort of, what are the like the actions of the people around you do? What do they look like? Are they overweight? Are they been training? What have they been doing during lockdown? Have they gained weight, or have they like sort of like lost weight? Are they great? Did they enjoy it, or do they hate it? Like, so if you got to look at sort of there, because you will be a byproduct of that. And if you sort of don't like, you don't really agree with how it was, or you don't want what they have, then you like the more time you spend on them, the more time you're going to fall into that, okay? And this is what you just have to understand, because perhaps the new level of you, it requires sort of like just a new environment, a new sort of like, you've got to get a new influence, okay? And yeah, like, so this is part of growth, this is part of sort of, yeah, you don't cut them off, but you are sort of necessarily going to leave them behind. And this is something you have to accept. If you want to go to that level, you have to let go of sort of like perhaps who you were, to move to this new level. You used to be this sort of person who used to go out all the time, whatever, smoke, eat shit, like, or didn't do anything, used to be one of the lads, or whatever it was, okay? Like, and you just want to get away from that now, okay? You have to perhaps leave that identity behind, leave that person behind, and shed that skin. And not necessarily cut yourself off from them, but like just don't interact with them as much, okay? And just sort of like spend more time like interacting with sort of people who are where you want to be, okay? Like I said, surround yourself with those new people. Reach out to people on social media, on Facebook. Again, it's so powerful, like sort of Facebook is. You can connect with so many people around the world, and in your like local town. And reach out, see what's around, like sort of whether it's just like sort of fitness in Cardiff, different things like that, or whatever. Like, so you're watching this, you just want to like drop me a message, whatever. Okay, so you start having conversations with people who are doing and stuff and where you want to be, and like, wow, yeah, it makes you think differently, it makes you take bigger actions, and it moves you to where you want to be. So this is what it's about. It's about creating that environment. And like the first thing is to assess your environment. That's the main thing. It's always that comes back to self-awareness. What's your environment like? Is it allowing you to sort of make good decisions, do the stuff you want to do, or is it just hampering and hindering and just like it's always just like keeping you in handcuffs? So that's what you need to do, is sort of like relationships or like conversations you have on a daily basis. What are they like, and what are sort of the people you talk to most? Like not necessarily family and friends, but like perhaps other people, or the conversations you speak to on Facebook and WhatsApp. What are they like? Okay, are they sort of perhaps where you want to be? Is anyone pushing you? Is anyone supporting you? These are things you've got to understand, and then you can work on sort of improving it, okay? Hope it helps, gents. Any questions? Like I said, you want to sort of reach out and sort of have, like, be part of our environment, our community, with our guys and stuff like that who are crushing it, then just drop me a message and let's get involved. Yes, elevate you again. Peace out.